Hey guys, excuse me if I'm talking a little bit fast, but I just took a quick break during my 3-mile run and the pre-workout, that new Beachbody Energize, just kicked in. So if I'm talking a little bit fast, that's the reason why. What I want to share with you guys today was something that I've been thinking about during this run of mine right now. And before I left, I had just walked into the apartment and Steph was listening to an audio from a call with our CEO, and it was so interesting, the part that I overheard, because he basically set the scene. He had walked into a team meeting and he was talking to the team, his employees, and he said, I'm willing to make a bet. I'm willing to make a wager right now that I have failed more than anybody in this entire room. And it's no coincidence that he's probably the most successful as well, in regards to business. And that's something that I learned long ago. It's to fail early and to fail often. I was on the way back from my Toastmasters this meeting. I was talking to a fraternity brother of mine, and he was sharing with me a little about his newest venture. He lives really close to a college town, and he invested about $3,500 into bubble balls. Bubble balls. It's it's a game. You get into a big bubble and you kind of try to bounce off each other and knock each other out. But anyhow, I was talking to him, and I was giving him praise because he's out there and he's doing things, and probably one of his first ventures, so he's learning a lot. And what that means is that he's failing. He's failing often, and that's something that I want to pass along to you guys, you startup entrepreneurs, even to you guys who have thought about launching a business, a venture, a beauty shop, something. And I want you to think about this, okay? So many times in life we are afraid to fail, and because of that fear, we don't even get started. We imagine all the possibilities that could go wrong, and it just freezes us, and we take no action at all whatsoever. When I was growing up, I had this coach. It was my basketball coach, Coach Katara. Coach Katara, if you're watching this, if somebody shares it with him, I hated you, man. I hated you. And the reason was because you called me freeze dry. And it's kind of funny because, I was on the basketball team. Whenever they passed me the ball, I would literally just freeze. I didn't know whether to shoot it. I didn't know whether to dribble it. And I didn't know whether to pass it because all the bad things were going on in my head. If I shot it, I'd miss it. If I passed it, they'd steal it. And if I dribbled it, then I don't know, maybe it would bounce off my foot and I would look embarrassed. So nothing would happen. And when nothing happens in a basketball game, you don't get anywhere. You have to do something. As soon as you get the ball, you got to dribble, you got to drive, you got to shoot, you got to take action. And you can't be afraid to fail, because failing is actually when you learn. If you're not learning, if you're finding yourself stagnant in life, if you've got a plateau, more than likely is because you're not taking any action, and more than likely you're not taking any action because of fear. Fear of criticism. What are they going to say if it goes wrong? And that is absolutely the wrong mindset that you should have. You should embrace failure. Fail early and fail often. That was my motto growing up. Fail early, fail often. Failing just gives you an opportunity to learn, and it gives you an opportunity to apply whatever you learned again. So you get hit 7 times, you fall down to the ground 7 times, get a bait. Eventually you're going to break through. You just got to stay consistent and look forward to failing, because failing against what everyone else has ever told you is how you get ahead in life.